My name is Jonzi and I am the director of Our Bodies Back. So I was really inspired by Jessica Care Moore, a poet that I have toured with on numerous occasions actually. And it was really great to hear her words. And I wanted 3 dancers to interpret the words. It was a remote project. One dancer was in Hanover, Germany, one was in Montreal, Canada, and one was in London, England. Choreographically, I wanted there to be a connection, so the ends and the beginnings of each artist's work was shared. So we created a nice little link throughout the work. Within the b-boy world, they know it as commando style. I was really inspired by a lot of the women in my life, my mother, my wife, my daughter, my sister. I really hope that people feel the piece in their heart as well as their mind.
Peace, I'm Jessica Care Moore. I'm a poet and writer based in Detroit, Michigan. And I wrote We Want Our Bodies Back, which is the title poem for my 5th book, We Want Our Bodies Back, on HarperCollins Amistad, as a response to Sandra Bland's murder. I have written several choreo poems. Choreo poem is dance and poetry combined. I've always wanted to put poems in dancers' bodies, and so this collaboration is quite perfect for that.
My name's Soweto Kinch, MC and saxophonist, and I was born in London, but I live right here in Handsworth, Birmingham, where I've been for most of my life. My starting point for creating the music for this project was very much Jessica's text. It's not only very rich, but her delivery and the pacing of it is relentless. So I wanted to convey that sense of relentlessness, not being given a pause, not being given a rest, and feeling like your ears aren't being given back to you for quite a time. I wanted to create lots of layers and to have some specific references to words within the poem, but also to leave people feeling dizzied and disoriented, as I think is the effect of racism in lots of ways.
My name is Manuela. I used to live in France, but now I'm living in Germany, and I come from Central African Republic.
My name is Nafisah Baba. I am half Jamaican, half Nigerian.
My name is Axelle Munezero. I'm also known as Ebony. I was born in Burundi, Central East Africa, and I now live in Montreal.
I listened to the poem over and over and over again, just to see what images came to mind. I wanted to convey it as humanly and artistically as possible, and I really felt the pain of it. Really, like, you can't read that and not feel the pain, whoever you are. So I thought it was important to feel and to put that feeling into movement.
What I did, I just put the poem on because I know that it's so strong, and I'm really touched by it that my body will react on it. I took the move and started to create the choreography like this.
So I went into the studio and I stayed there for hours and hours. I read the poem, I looked at every sentence, see what they meant to me, make sure that I could also reflect in my choreography the different degrees where the words hit me. Some are less intense, some are more intense, and I want to make sure that the choreography had the same variation.
So I relate to this poem because of who I am, what I hear, see and feel. I feel like there's many different types of racism, from the microaggressions to the filling your face racism, to the systemic and the institutional, and I feel like this poem, beautifully written by Jessica, is it covers, captures and crosses it all and more.
It's a really, really strong poem with strong images. First time I heard it, it really gave me some chills because as a Black woman, of course, it's touched me a lot. And with all it's happening at the moment, it fits.
This poem really touched me because it really came to get me at my core. As I came here in Canada, I always felt like I was misunderstood or stranger because my story was so different from most of the kids around me. And I went and dived 100% into dance because dance was the one place where I didn't have to forget. I didn't have to forget what I went through to come to Canada. I didn't have to forget what my family went through, what my people went through, and what everyone around me keep going through. So dance was the only place where I felt home. I felt I could bring all of this in there and it was valued. What I went through was intense, and what people keep going through every day is intense. And I don't want people to forget that. It might be hard, it might be painful, but I think it's important to make sure people realize how much intensity and pain people go through on a daily in other part of the world or just your neighbor next door. And this poem was so deep and so intense, and I think that's why I connected easily with it, because all she says, give my culture back, give me my body back. That's how I felt when I moved. It's like, I wish I could be in Africa, but people came there and changed the atmosphere of the place, and they took away my father, they took away my house, they took away the land that I love, and I had to come here. It wasn't a choice, it was a question of life or death. So when I hear all these words about give me my body back, give me my essence back, it really brings me back to, yeah, Africa has been giving so much, and I don't feel like what Africa has been giving is given back. And Black people in general have gave so much to every field possible, and the poem keep repeating all these things about giving my body back, give our girls back. The more I hear it, the more it was like, yes, we have to say it. And sometimes we're shy of saying these things because we don't want to feel like a victim. But it's a very powerful poem, and it was a journey for me to create it.
This work is very special to me, and I'm honored to be a part of it. So thank you.